Right now, as we speak, a powerful windstorm's moving through our region with winds expected to reach upwards of 55 miles per hour. We're bringing you a look at the storm in real time with a live crew tonight and updates on power outages all across the inland Northwest. Thanks for being here with us tonight on KREM 2 News 10 at 10. I'm Cody Proctor. Let's go straight to meteorologist Michelle Bosch. She's in the Weather Center tonight. And Michelle, as we take a look at these winds, what is the chance that damage could be high when we start to see wind gusts like these?
Yeah, well, it's not just the wind gusts. Of course, those are potentially 50 to 60 miles per hour, but we have strong sustained winds too. And a lot of folks notice we still have a lot of leaves on those trees. Fortunately for us, the snow that was weighing down those leaves earlier this morning, most of that has melted off. So we're not getting that load, that snow load that could cause even more problems. But you can see the current wind gust out there right now, really just getting started. 47 miles per hour in the Spokane area, 40 miles per hour in Coeur d'Alene. But we've seen wind gust over 50 miles per hour in Pullman and Moses Lake. Hasn't been as bad. Current wind gust 31 miles per hour. But take a look at these current sustained wind speeds. This is the constant wind that is blowing 38 miles per hour out of the southwest at the Spokane airport, over 30 miles per hour in Coeur d'Alene, and nearly 40 miles per hour in the Pullman area as well. So it's those sustained winds that really do put stress on some of those trees. We do have a high wind warning, I should say, through Saturday morning. So you can see up in northeastern Washington, North Idaho, we're looking at potentially gusts up to 60 miles per hour, 50 to 60 miles per hour in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, and out towards Othello and the Tri-Cities, gusts to 65 miles per hour are possible. We saw most of the soggy weather earlier today. We've seen mainly light rain out there right now, but we're looking at snowier weather to return for the second half of the weekend and into Monday. So winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings are posted. Could see 6 to 12 inches of snow in the valleys by Monday morning up in north central and northeastern Washington. Temperatures out there right now, though, still very warm. 50 in Spokane, 60 in Othello. It is going to cool down overnight. We'll see temperatures in the 30s tomorrow morning and much colder weather for this weekend. Highs in the low to mid 40s for Saturday and Sunday.
Already a busy night for you, Michelle. And at this hour, already reports of downed power lines, damages, and electrical outages are continuing to come into our newsroom tonight. KREM 2's Kyle Simjuk is joining us now live in Brown's Edition. And Kyle, you've been out there this evening. What are you seeing tonight?
Yeah, go to the cameras, or the wind's blowing my camera around. It's definitely picking up just in the last hour or 2 hours here. More recently, though, we had a power line here in Brown's Edition come down. I actually talked to a homeowner. He said it ripped off of his house and it was sparking when it hit the ground. It blocked the street. They called in police and a Vista. That was resolved pretty quickly, though, within about 45 minutes. So they actually just recently packed up and left. So this road is clear now. We were also up near 14th and Bernard, about a dozen homes there without power so far. And Vista says crews are ready and prepared for outages, and they're also asking people to leave their porch lights on so that way they know exactly what homes have power, what homes don't, because sometimes it just depends on what side of the street you're on or your block or that not. But here back in Brown's Edition, there are a lot of old trees here, so if you do have the option, if you have a car on the street, it's a good idea to try to park it not under a tree if you have that option. We'll continue to follow this storm as it develops. Cody, send it back to you.
Kyle, thank you so much, and stay safe out there. In the meantime, at this hour, we're seeing some outages across the region, with the largest currently in the Fruitland area. Take a look at your map right here. Around 1,000 people are without power around the Fruitland area tonight. Vista reports it's not known when power will be restored. In the meantime, as we take a look closer to Spokane, there aren't as many reports at this hour, but we're told that's likely to change. And switching providers right now, Inland Power is reporting more than 200 outages in Spokane County. We'll continue to check in throughout the night as to see if these outages will continue, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. In the meantime, listen up. If your power does go out, make sure to charge devices now while you do have power. Also, it doesn't hurt to get your batteries for your flashlights, including extras. Plus, keep a battery pack and charging cable handy in your car. And if your power does go out, do not call 911 unless it's a true emergency. Also tonight, with the winter weather finally here, the Washington State Department of Transportation announced it's implementing a winter weather plan to keep people at the homeless camp near I-90 warm. So here's what's being done. Warming tents that can hold up to 20 people are being put up. Water tanks are also getting insulated so that they don't freeze drinkable water. Plus, state and local outreach partners plan to help people at the camp get transportation to other facilities like the Trent shelter during the cold weather. And that service just started hours ago. In the meantime, stay out of the parks with these strong winds that are happening right now. That is actually coming from the city's park officials. You can also call 311 to report trees blocking any roadways. Once the winds die down, the city crews will open back up any blocked arterials. Let's go now to Night Beat for a quick look at the day's top stories. If you live in Millwood, you might want to not drink the water just yet. Tonight, residents are being asked to boil their water thanks to an E. coli contamination in the city's water system. It's believed the cause is an improper sprinkler system blowout. The city must now flush the water system and conduct more testing. It's expected to take no more than 2 weeks. In Pullman, a WSU police sergeant resigned this week for reportedly engaging in sexual activity while on duty. Police Sergeant Matt Kurt faces disciplinary proceedings. His resignation comes 3 months after WSU Police Chief Bill Gardner, Assistant Chief Steve Hansen, and Captain Mike Larson announced their retirement after failing to advise university leadership of Kurt's conduct. And this afternoon, a Spokane County judge sentenced a man to 5 years in prison for shooting at 2 women. The apparent gang-related shooting happened in North Spokane back in May. In about 10 minutes, KREM 2's Amanda Rowley breaks down what happened in the courtroom today. And that was your Night Beat. Text the word night to 509-448-2000 to learn more about any of these stories. We'll send them right to your phone. In the meantime, as we continue to cover the nation tonight, he might be looking for a repeat. Former President Donald Trump's hinting heavily tonight he's ready to jump into the 2024 presidential race. Twice impeached and under investigation related to the Capitol attack, Trump told aides and donors in the past few days he could announce his bid in less than 2 weeks with the hope of capitalizing on expected GOP gains in the midterms. In the meantime, the founder of the Oath Keepers and 4 other members of the far-right militia group appeared in court today. They're accused of plotting to attack the U.S. Capitol in an attempt to keep Trump in the White House. Founder Stuart Rhodes testified, saying he thought the White House would be attacked by anti-fascists in the days and weeks after the election. Rhodes faces charges of seditious conspiracy, and these are the most serious criminal charges leveled against any of the January 6 attack suspects. In other news tonight, it's been chaos at Twitter today after thousands of the platform's employees got the pink slip. It's been 1 week since Elon Musk took over the company and ousted the company's former CEO. Already, some employees are planning to sue Twitter, saying the layoffs violate state and federal law, while others wonder if Musk has now tied himself to a sinking ship. Well, with 4 days left until the midterm election, ballot security remains top of mind for most people. A viewer wrote in to our sister station King 5 asking how the election office verifies a ballot is authentic to the voter and not stolen or replicated. Washington election officials say it comes down to the review process.
So we're going to take that signature that you signed on the back of your return envelope and we'll compare it to the signature we have on file. That likely came from the Department of Licensing if you registered there or online, or a voter registration form.
If they mark the signature as challenged, it's going to be reviewed by a second, more senior, more experienced person to see if they concur.
If they don't match, or maybe you forgot to sign, we will send you a letter so you can make a correction to that mistake before we certify the election.
Meanwhile, early voting's underway across the nation. Already, more than 35 million Americans have voted. That's according to the United States Elections Project. And if you'd like more information on the people and the issues that'll be on your ballot, text the word VOTE to 509-448-2000. We'll send you our exclusive KREM 2 election guide. I'll be sure to set a reminder for this weekend. Our clocks fall back on Sunday, and that means lighter mornings and darker evenings are on the way as daylight saving time comes to an end this weekend. So to remind you, at 2 a.m. Sunday, clocks will turn back 1 hour and revert to standard time. The Senate approved the bipartisan Sunshine Protection Act back in March, which would make daylight saving time permanent, but the bill has stalled in the House. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But be sure to stay with us to hear the fate of a Spokane man sentenced for shooting 2 women. Details from inside the courtroom are up next. Plus, new controlled burn methods hope to lessen the damage done during wildfire season. We're back in about 90 seconds.